Hi everyone, welcome back to the class. Today we're going to discuss about status bar, and you can see at the bottom of the AutoCAD table we can see the status bar. This is called status bar guys, okay, which is below the command bar. And let me explain each and everything in detail. What is coordinates model and what is grid mode and snap mode, like that. Okay, let me tell you in detail. Before that, let me go to customization guys. This is called customization. Just click on that, and after clicking on this you can see some of the things which I haven't ticked. Okay, why? Because these things were not useful for me in 2D drafting. Okay, in case of 3D modeling I can on these all things, but in case of 2D modeling there is no use. Okay, let me on all these things to explain what all these things in detail. Okay, and then let's go to first of all what we should do is just make sure that you must set all these in order. Let me tell you how to do that. Okay, firstly you must set units and then limits and then check the status bar, and then you should come to here. Let me tell you how to check these all things. Okay, uh, last classes I have told you this unit, how to set units and how to set limits. Go and check the class. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna ping you in description. Okay, just click on units UN, and you can see. Let me on dynamic input guys. Okay, UN. Okay, and click on this. What I said is earlier, just keep this one as a decimal length type and precision as 0.0000, and angle type as decimal degrees and precision as 0.00. Let me change it to meters so that as a civil engineer I can easily understand the lengths, and click on OK. And then you must set limits. What were the limits? Command LIMITS. Okay, and click on enter. Okay, and then after what we should do is just enter 0 comma 0, and then 100 comma 100, the upper limit guys, right corner upper limit. Okay, and click on enter. Okay, all these things we have set here, and for now what we should do is just simply look at the bottom of the AutoCAD table. Okay, and firstly at the first thing you can see drawing coordinates, where it is here. Okay, let me show you where is the coordinates, and here you can see guys, this is a drawing coordinate. You can see when I'm moving, when I am in this q1 quadrant, what is showing, all things are positive, and you can see here. Okay, when I'm moving downward, it's showing uh, y-axis negative and x-axis positive, and that like that we can see the coordinates. These things were not much more important in AutoCAD, even though uh, in sometimes. And after that you can see the model. I don't want to click this one. Why? Because if I click this one I'm gonna go to layout. uh, to show you I'm gonna click this one. Okay, just click on model and see here I had headed to this page guys. There is only blank thing. I haven't run anything, so uh, like this it appears. Okay, let me go to model. Okay, you can see here. Okay, after that you can see these are the grid mode. Okay, grids means these were the grids guys. If you want to off these grids, just click on this one. Okay, or F7. See, the grids were disappear. That's how it disappeared guys. And then if you want to on these grids, you just click on grids. Okay, and after that the very important thing here is not important, but snap mode. This snap mode is for grid mode guys. Why? Because you can see the grids. In grids you can see the endpoints. Okay, endpoints of the grids you can see like this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna click on grids. Okay, just click on snap mode of grid. Okay, of grid, click on this, and you haven't noticed anything, let me enter L enter, okay? Means line command. I'm just taking line, guys, and you can see my cursor is jumping from one edge of the grids to another edge. You can see here, okay? You can notice here. Let me draw a line from here, okay? It's only drawing grid edge to grid edge only, guys, not in between, not even midpoint. That's how it jumps, okay? And let me draw only grid to grid, guys, only grid to, and click on enter, guys. That's how it uses. But in case of civil engineers, we don't use much of snap mode, okay? And just off it. That's the best thing I can say. And there is a polar snapping also, okay? And after that, you can notice this one is called constrainer, means infer constraints, means I'm going to show you how it works. Just click on his, guys, and what is showing, infer constraints on, okay? And let me take L, okay? L enter. I'm just drawing from here to here, okay? And what is showing, guys, some sort of symbols. What the symbols were, and click on enter. And what the symbols were, this is called horizontal and this is called line, perpendicular, but I had run perpendicularly. And this is all the same, guys, this is also perpendicular I had run. And what this one, this is also perpendicular, this is also perpendicular. And if you are using AutoCAD in your systems, like in your computer systems in your college, sometimes it may appear like this, guys. You can generally click on this and right click here, and don't click on hide, just click on hide all, okay? All constraints. Many of you getting many times, okay? I'm going to tell you how to remove the constraints. Simply go to here, not this one, go to here, infer constraints, okay? Click on this and it's gonna off, okay? I'm going to tell you how. Let me on this one. Firstly, just click on this, just L enter, okay? Line enter. For L command we must have line enter, and then you can see, okay? Okay, enter. And you can see, guys, you can notice here the constraints is perpendicular like that. I'm going to off this one, okay? L enter, okay? I just off constraints and you can see there is no constraints, guys. You can see here. If you get these type of constraints any times, just go here and click on off, okay? Make sure that. And the next one is dynamic mode, means dynamic input. Let me tell you what is dynamic input. Let me type L, and you can see, you can notice here, what you are noticing is in the cursor itself I am getting L and getting this one L line, okay, like that, and bottom L limit like that, okay. Let me cancel this one. Let me if you want to off the dynamic input, just click on F12, guys. You can see in your keyboard itself F12, or click on this, okay? F12 or click on this, guys. I recommend you to use F12, okay? And let me click type L, and you can see here in command bar is showing me L, not at the cursor. If you on the dynamic input, it shows you at the cursor, guys, at the cursor itself, like I'm going to show you. Just on this one, or click on just click on F12, guys, in your keyboard. I'm going to on this one, okay? Okay, let me have a note here. Dynamic input F12, guys. This is the key, okay? Just click on this, okay? That's what I'm showing. I'm saying, okay? And if you wanna off this dynamic input, what is showing is at the command bar it will show lines and everything. Like P means polygon and it's showing pan like that, okay? And let me tell you, just click on F12, and what is showing is appearing dynamic input, okay? Just click on L and it's showing what is showing is it's showing at cursor itself, okay. And then after, this is called ortho mode guys, F8, okay. Just click on this. Let me show you what the ortho mode is. It will show you only it will guide you only at horizontal and vertical, only horizontal vertical. And let me show you. I just taken a line and you can see it's only drawing at vertical only, and it's showing only horizontal and vertical only, not even a degree, okay. Only 90 degrees perpendicular only. It will draw only perpendicular lines only guys in case of ortho mode. These things this type of ortho modes will help you in drawing port projections when you are drawing elevation drawings, okay. And then after that okay, after that polar tracking, this is called F10. If you on this polar tracking, automatically it get off, okay. This is somewhat opposite, and just go to this guys. You can see 90, 180 degrees, 270, 360. As civil engineer, I recommend you to click on only 90 on 180, 270 and 360 only. These angles you can use, and let me show you what 90 and 180 degrees show you, okay. Just click on L, enter, and then uh, take a line guys. You can see here what is showing is a green dotted line. What indicates is polar tracking, okay. Polar tracking, this is called polar tracking, okay. And you can see an intersection X mark, okay. And then you can draw anything like this, okay. You can see 90 degrees perpendicular. Let me take another one. Okay, let me take now 30 degrees guys, like that, and click on L, enter, and you can see what is showing is 0 degrees and polar tracking. And let me lift this one. What the degrees is showing is 12 degrees, 15 degrees, like this is showing guys. Just see here, and you can see 30 degrees, okay. And after that you can see I'm just lifting 30 degrees, and after that 60, and you can see here guys 60. And then after 60 you're gonna get 90, and then you're gonna get 120, like that guys. uh, you can place this one, okay. And I'm just changing it to 90, 180 only guys. Why? Because being a civil engineer you must have only 90, 180 guys to have a perpendicular one, okay, in drawings. This is called isometric drafting guys. This is totally depend on 3D modeling. In this class I don't want to go to that much advanced for you, so I'm just keeping this one. In 3D modeling, let's discuss what is isometric drafting, what is left isometric drop, and what is right, okay. And after that, and you can see object snap tracking, okay. Let's go to systems, okay. This is called object snapping as auto snapping, and click on right click and go to object. You can see here I just only had 6 of the things guys: endpoint, midpoint, center, uh, and intersection, extension, perpendicular. I haven't clicked all these things. Why? Because auto snapping somewhat disturb you. That's why I don't want to. So I just want to off this one, okay. Let me tell you what is this object snapping, okay, F3. And this is very much important guys. After clicking on object snapping, and you must go to here, and you must see here, okay. These are all commands. You can on this one guys actually, but these things can disturb you. Let me show you what this is. I'm just taking a rectangle command guys, or you see in upcoming classes I'm going to tell you the commands, okay. And now I just want to take L, okay, L, enter, and go to this objects off. I'm just offing object snapping, and you can see where I'm gonna draw the line from. Nothing. it's not indicating anything guys. You can see if you are drawing a line from here, is it a perfect line guys? Is it touching perfectly? Just zoom in. There is a gap between this one guys. That's why you must on object snapping. Okay, and click on this, and you can enter anything guys. Okay, I'm just entering L, enter, and you can see here. You can see the endpoint guys. Endpoint. I think so. You have noticed this one. Okay, and click on this, and you can draw anywhere you want. Okay, this is called extension. I'm going to teach you in upcoming classes what is extension and everything. Okay, I'm just clicking on enter. This is how the object snapping works guys. I recommend you to on only endpoint, midpoint, center based on your customization. Okay, intersection is no need, and tangent and everything is no need guys. Okay, and after that this is called line weight guys. This is also somewhat advanced. I'm going to tell you in this is also somewhat advanced guys. And let me tell you what is selection cycling. Okay, and let me tell you what it is. Firstly, let me draw a line guys. Just draw a line. Okay, and then draw a line on it. Okay, enter. And what you are noticing is a line, not two lines, but it's showing somewhat two lines. Yeah, but what you are noticing is only single line. Let me click on this. Let me go through here. Okay, what is it indicating? Only line. Okay, only line is showing only line. I just want a perfect figure of it. Let me click on this. Okay, select cycling. Just click on this one guys, and go through this. And what this symbol is showing, and what it is showing, a two line guys. Just click on this. Okay, after clicking on this you can notice a line. Okay, a small line and a bigger line. Let me off this one. Okay, a small line and a bigger line. And if I want to select this one, I'm going to click on this. If I want to select this one, bigger one, I'm going to select this one. Okay, that's how you must select. And click on escape guys. That's how you're going to work. If there is a dual lines, you can see here. If there is a dual line, just click on this and click on this guys. If you want to delete this one, delete it. Okay, sometimes the lines may be dual. Okay, there is no need of it. Okay, and click on this. This is also somewhat 3D objecting guys. Let's discuss in another class. And let's go to here. This is called 1:1 ratio guys. This is annotation. In case of I'm going to discuss with you in annotation class. Okay, here you can see text, dimension, annotation guys, linear, everything guys. I'm going to discuss in that class. And let's go to this one guys, workspace switching. This is basically drafting and annotation, means 2D drawing we are drawing. Okay, and then you can see 3D basics. Okay, 3D basics, and then 3D modeling. And let me tell you, when we are drawing a plan or elevation means 2D elevation only. You must try that one, those things in drafting and annotation. If you want to extrude, means if you want a 3D rendering like that, you can click on 3D modeling guys. You can see here. I'm just basically telling you how to switch. Okay, you can see extrude box and everything guys, 2D wireframe, and everything works here. Okay, union. The most important thing is subtract guys. Okay, let's get back to drafting and annotation. Okay, we are at a very basic part. Okay, and after that you can see here, and you can see here what I said is set in only decimal guys. What I said is why, because we're gonna change in meters only. That's why I said just change it only in decimals. And then you can see quick properties. That's no need. Okay, this is called isolate object guys. Let me tell you what is isolate object. Okay, firstly let me click on this. Okay, and right click sorry, right click, and let me do, I just click on this guys, click on this guy, isolate object, and it's showing isolate object or hide object. I'm telling you isolate object. If you isolate object, it only shows you the selector object. Okay, click on this, and what is showing only select object. Is there any objects nearby? No. If you want to off this isolate object, let's go to this end object isolation. Okay, that's how it appears guys. Okay, after that, this is called screen clear, means screen extinction guys. You can see here, just click on this, and you can notice a clear screen, only a clear screen, nothing. Okay, and just click on this guys. That's it. It works, and that's it guys for today about status bar. From next class onwards, let me discuss drawing, modify tools, and annotation layouts, and I'm going to tell you in upcoming classes. If you have any doubts, make sure comment below in description guys. Let me discuss with you. Until then, bye bye.